Am I the a-hole for considering calling off my wedding because my fiancée refuses to sign a prenup after I found out she has a massive credit card debt? Another day, another drama drop. Welcome to rTruthZone. A few days ago, I was living my best life, and I never imagined I'd be here. A canceled wedding, a heart split in half, and all because of a piece of paper, a prenup. But all this isn't about money, it's about honesty. And what happens when the person you thought you knew isn't who they claim to be. My name is Aaron, and I am 35 years old. 3 years ago, I met the love of my life, Lena. She was everything a man could wish for: funny, independent, caring, and full of life. She used to bring me joy whenever I saw her. We always spent our time together, but never interfered in each other's financial or professional life. We were together for 3 years, and honestly, they were some of the best years of my life. We fit, not perfectly, but comfortably, effortlessly. We had our inside jokes, our favorite Thai place down the street, Sunday grocery runs that somehow turned into little date nights, and eventually, after years of building what I thought was something real, I proposed. It was exactly 1 year ago. I had planned everything down to the last detail: the ring, the words, the moment. I took her to her favorite restaurant. Not just any place, the one where we had our very first date. She didn't know what was coming. I watched her laugh over dessert, her eyes lighting up like they always did when she was truly happy. And I knew. It had to be that night. When I got down on one knee, she gasped. Tears, laughter. The whole room clapped. It was magical. We both were beyond happy. And for most of our time together, I truly believe we were on the same page. Not just with big things, like wanting kids someday or moving to the suburbs eventually, but also the small stuff, like how we'd never go to bed angry, how birthdays weren't about expensive gifts but thoughtful gestures. We talked about dreams, goals, the life we wanted to build. We even talked about opening a little cafe someday after retirement, her baking, me running the books. Silly maybe, but it felt real. Looking back now, I think I fell in love with the idea of us. The version of her I thought I knew. The version she showed me. A little backstory on me. No, I'm not rich, but I've worked hard, really hard. I don't come from wealth. There was no inheritance waiting for me, no safety net. Everything I have, I built, slowly, quietly, piece by piece. I've lived frugally most of my adult life. I don't carry debt. I own my home outright. I've been saving, investing, planning since my early 20s. Back when everyone else was buying concert tickets and racking up credit cards. It wasn't easy. There were no family bailouts. No one showed up when I was scraping by, juggling 2 jobs just to pay for night classes. I missed a lot of what people call the best years of their lives. No wild vacations, no impulsive buys, just grit, restraint, and a vision of someday finally feeling safe. Safe enough to breathe. And maybe that caution comes from watching what happened to my parents. They went through a divorce that didn't just break their marriage, it destroyed them financially. I was 14 when it all unraveled. One day we had a home, the next we had eviction notices, creditors calling at dinner time, furniture slowly disappearing. I watched my mom cry over bounced checks, saw my dad sleeping in his car some nights. It left a mark. Since then, money hasn't just been money to me. It's security, freedom, control in a world that can pull the rug out from under you in seconds. So yeah, I've always been cautious. Maybe too cautious. But can you blame me? I made a life where I never have to worry if an emergency hits. I never have to panic at the end of the month. I can breathe because no one helped me get here. No one paid my bills or boosted me up when I was drowning. I had to do it all, with quiet sacrifices. The little joys of life, I gave a lot of them up. Skipped the dinners out, chose secondhand over new. Missed weddings because I couldn't afford the flights. All because I wanted something to be mine, truly mine, untouched by chaos or dependency. So when someone asks why I care so much about protecting that, why I brought up a prenup, it's not because I don't believe in love. It's because I know what it feels like to lose everything when love doesn't work out. Coming back to the present, it started innocently enough. About a month ago, while we were discussing wedding costs, I brought up the idea of a prenup. Not in a cold or controlling way, just, hey, maybe we should talk about a prenup, just to protect both of us. Nothing dramatic, no threats. But her face changed, like I just slapped her across the face. I expected an adult conversation, but instead she immediately got defensive. So you're already planning for a divorce? I thought we trusted each other. I tried to explain. It's not about mistrust. It's about transparency, protection, for both of us. But she shut it down, completely. After that, things started clicking. Strange credit card offers showing up. A few missed payments on shared bills she promised to handle. That weird, I'll take care of it later energy. It didn't sit right. So I asked her directly, do you have debt? She hesitated, then admitted it. $92,000. Credit card debt. Not a house, not student loans. Just credit. My jaw hit the floor. She said it accumulated over the years from unexpected expenses and a few dumb splurges, but she never told me about any of it until I forced the issue. I was stunned. I wasn't angry she had debt. I was angry she hid it. We're about to legally merge lives, and you don't think I deserve to know you're 6 figures in the red? So I told her, the prenup is no longer a suggestion. It's non-negotiable. I wasn't trying to be heartless, just protective, emotionally and financially. We can still move forward, but I need something in writing. Your debt is yours, my home, my savings, mine. She exploded. You're selfish. You're making this about money. Love isn't a business transaction. But the truth, she was already treating it like one, just one she wanted to profit from. Said my house and money should be hers too if we're truly a team. After that, we barely spoke. Even her mother called me, accused me of humiliating her daughter, said I was materialistic. All I want is to not be liable for debt I didn't create and to make sure the life I built before this relationship is protected. I didn't ask for this. I just wanted honesty, accountability. She had chances, so many, to come clean, and she chose silence, avoidance. So now I'm seriously reconsidering the whole wedding. Not because she has debt, but because she hid it, then refused to take responsibility, and now is treating me like the bad guy for trying to protect myself. I'm almost certain that she could pay her debts since she is a partner in her friend's business, but she just refuses to. It is getting very difficult for me. I tried one more time. I told her, this isn't about planning for divorce. It's about fairness. I told her I wasn't trying to be cold or controlling. I just needed to protect myself. If our roles were reversed, I'd understand completely. We can even do therapy. Let's work through this. I told her I could still move forward with the wedding if we signed a fair prenup. She started crying, said I was humiliating her, that I was ruining everything we'd built, over money. But it wasn't just money, it was the lie. It's about the fact that she kept a massive amount of debt hidden until she had no choice but to tell me. And even then she only told me because I pushed for it. That's not partnership, that's avoidance. So I did the hardest thing I've ever done. I told her I couldn't go through with it. I called it off. We canceled the venue, notified the guests. She moved out 2 days ago. My family's been supportive. Hers? Not so much. I lost thousands in deposits, outfits, travel, but I gained something bigger, clarity. I still second-guess myself. Could I have handled it better? Was I too cold? Too guarded? Maybe, but I know this. If I had ignored the red flags, if I had let guilt silence my gut, I'd be waking up one day wondering how I lost everything I worked so hard to build. I didn't want this ending, but I needed it. Sometimes love isn't enough. Maybe I have trust issues. Maybe I am right. But sometimes the truth comes with a price. And sometimes choosing yourself isn't selfish. It's survival. I am beyond devastated. I don't know if I will ever recover from this, but I know I had to do this. Have you ever had to walk away from someone you loved just to protect yourself? Drop your verdict below, and remember, it's just another day, another drama drop.